Hello again, it's Priscilla Batzell in Spring Hill, Florida at Expressionist Art Studio Gallery in the backyard. And it's a fairly nice day, and I put one of my half-finished abstract expressionist paintings in front of you to answer the question everybody keeps asking me why I don't do longer paintings. Well, since there were probably days, if not weeks, involved in this and more to come, that would be the reason. Anyway, so what I'm going to do today is, whoa, crash, is use a different 16 by 20 inch canvas. I'm going to put that one out of the way, hopefully not to endanger it too much. And I'm going to grab my ring pour cup. You know what? I found another ring pour cup I was sent, and I want to use it. Let's just put that in there. And I just recently attempted to do a ring pour with yellows and white, and it did not work out very well for me. And so I've decided that if I'm going to do that kind of thing, I might as well just use the colors I like and see how that goes. I'm going to put a layer of that turquoise in the bottom. Everything is shaken. Everything is pre-mixed with pouring medium in it. The recipe for the pouring medium is underneath the video in the description if you have that format. I know some of you are watching television, and that makes it difficult for you to comment or to see the description under the video. So I'm just going to keep adding colors I like. And try and remember to add a little bit of white in between, because that is the catalyst. Although I do believe that this is, yes, this is my Anita's white pearl. It's probably just called metallic. I doubt whether it's called pearl. In any case, it helps keep the neons working the way I want them to. Hopefully this works out. I'm kind of encouraged by thinking I could just use the colors I want. I often try and get outside my comfort zone to make things more interesting. But maybe inside my comfort zone would make things just as interesting. So we'll give that a shot. And I'm liking my colors so far. I'm going to have to remember that if I want the same colors that are on the outside, on the inside, I have to repeat them. And hopefully I picked the right corner to pour from. There's something in the way. Yes, I see you. Come out now. Alright. I like the turquoise. Yes, I'm crowding myself for sure. I like the gold. I don't have any black in there. I want a different color orange. I might want a couple, actually. It's a nice red orange. Sometimes I miss, out you go, whatever you are. Alright, a skewer comes in pretty handy for moments like that. Although I'm going to have to clean that out in a minute because it really didn't do what I wanted it to do. So what I started with my favorite neon folk art purple, which is actually called a multi-surface acrylic and is available to find also by Plaid at Walmart and Michael's. So I used some turquoise, and I want some more turquoise. And last in is first out. So I'm going to go back to that purple again. And Prussian blue sells like gangbusters, so I love that. I didn't put any of this blue in there, but it goes quite nicely. And I am almost full. It's nice that that little handle is dip-shaped. I did stop putting the white in there. Oopsie. Anyway, so let's come back to the 16 by 20 inch canvas. And here are my OXO omelet turning spatulas. And I am going to attempt to cover the canvas with a certain amount of background paint, which will allow paint to flow more easily when I add it to the surface, which I mentioned in the description in the video, which I assume no one ever reads. Yeah, if you click on Show More under the video, you'll find the Amazon link where the OXO omelet turning spatula is available, and my Princeton Art Tool Catalyst spatulas, which maybe I'll use and maybe I won't, but I do use often and appreciate thoroughly. Also, the gold mica powder is a rockin' element. It's just so much more shimmering and sparkly than any gold paint that I've seen, and it seems to sell like crazy, but then I do add Deco Art pouring medium and also Floetrol to that, as well as the Gac 800 by Golden, which I put in all of my paints. You only need 10% to begin with, to however much color you're using, and then you can, after you mix all that very thoroughly, you can also, these need to go out of the way, then you can add as much Floetrol and Deco Art pouring medium as the color saturation will hold, and that's usually about doubling whatever you started with. So it's more than half and half, pouring mediums to color, but you do have to sort of keep an eye on that. Yes, I am just letting paint go down over the edge, which is not necessarily the best idea I ever had, because I'm just talking and doing busy work, and that's not good. Let's add the black. Now I'm just going to go ahead and, for the first time that I can think of, really consciously use the spatula with the white paint on it still, because I want to see exactly what happens when I'm filling in my background color and mixing those two together. I'm not imagining it'll be anything spectacular or disastrous, but I just want to see if I can get away with it in all kinds of ways. Because sometimes on the way to what I'm really supposed to be doing, I discover all kinds of other cool ideas, and so I have to experiment along the way. I'm going to tap my spatula right off along my edge, because I hate wasting paint, and because it's a silicone spatula, the paint comes off onto the canvas very, very nicely. Same thing over here, and then I don't have to do it later, although I will be tipping this and I will have gooey fingers. I don't wear gloves. It's just paint. It's not toxic, as far as I know. And if it is, don't tell me. I don't want to know. Really. Truly. Alright, so that's fun. I'm done. I'm done. All done. No, kidding. As per usual. I just like black and white a lot. And I'm a little nervous, to say the least, about doing another ring pour, because when I do lots of them, they work out well, and when I do one, they don't. And so I haven't really totally, completely made up my mind what I'm going to do. But that spatula is going in the bucket, and this paint is going on the canvas. And it's dribbling right down the side. And it's not really a ring pour, but I've got great colors, and I will not waste them. So I've learned that this is not a ring pour cup. Oh well. At all. Don't use the square one. Although my other ring pour cups are kind of square, but they have a much more rounded corner. The lip was supposed to help with that. I didn't use any yellow in there, and I kind of want some. So I'm going to take a chance and attempt the impossible. Yep. Well, I could definitely ribbon pour from that cup, no problem. I promised myself I would not let my paint encroach on me, and then I did it anyway. So I tried to lay the colorful patterns down in a somewhat of a random way so that they would not all flow together too badly, expecting that I would go back. Wow, I have no idea what that noise is. Oh yes I do. Somebody on the porch is doing something. Alright, so that's okay. I did myself a favor today. Could you stop doing that now, please?
Sorry.
And thank you. And I cut myself some shorter lengths of chain, which are a lot easier to handle. That was a really distracting noise, so I didn't mean to sound so rude, but maybe I was. I'll have to apologize later. I like this purple. This is my favorite purple. I don't see a lot of it here. And I'm interested in putting some in. And I have a basting brush too. And I want to see what we come up with what I've got before I add anything else. for the fun of it, because I can, which is, by the way, the name of my book on the Amazon link, directly underneath the video. And you can shop that Amazon link at no added cost to you, but my book is called, as I said, Because I Can. That's cool. I like the white that's on the basting brush. So I'm going to see what happens when I dip that into the black with the residual. Okay, I'm done. Again, I'm kidding. I don't know what I'm going to do, but I don't think that was an awful bad start. I have 2/3 of my paint left. I think I want to play some more, and I really could use a smaller basting brush because I think these lines need to be something a little more than they are. I think I'm going to put, I see some canvas over there, so I'm going to let myself have some purple fun. See what happens when I fill in right from that edge. So far we've got basting brush and we've got chain, and I haven't got any gold in here to speak of, but I want some. I'm just going to use everything. I'm a few videos ahead right now, and so I'm giving myself permission to get as far ahead as I can, so there's a chance that I might actually be able to set up the resin studio and use it again. And I like that. This is what I always planned, which was to use the accidental aspects of fluid acrylics pouring and create abstract expressionist artworks. So this is obviously just beginning to be a series. Kind of want some black in there, but I seem to have enough black elsewhere. So I should restrain myself for the moment until I'm really more inspired. I am liking my start. But I feel I need some other things going on here. I'm not sure what they're going to be. And even though I want to use that basting brush, I think I'm going to continue on with my spatula. Take the residual from the spatula and put it right down there at the bottom. Because I can. The name of my book on my Amazon link. I'm sorry, I just slipped out. Pardon me while I'm over the edge. I love that Prussian blue. I really do love what it does when it sells. And I'm not adverse to just giving myself permission right now to do whatever I want. Yeah, that's different than usual, Hal. I know, I can hear you guys. I do, I love that Prussian blue. I wonder how much of it I can get to come off of my spatula. And I do have tubing, so as an alternative to chain or basting brushes, I could blow through the tubing. Huh, that's bothering me. I have, that is the Anita's Metallic White, and still having some blue in my, on my spatula. You know, I get through this and I see the fugly stages of these things, just like you guys do, and it takes all I can do not to panic sometimes. But I have learned, if you don't panic, you have a much higher percentage of likelihood of becoming inspired to do something clever than if you're self-criticizing and you can't move from paralysis of fear. Fear, the mind killer, yes. Okay, so there's some things I like and there's some things I don't like, and I hope I'm not going to hate this. I have liked in the past to spike things out by using the edge of my spatula. I'm sorry if I'm out of your sight. Yeah, that's not bothering me a bit. I kind of like that a lot. And wherever I stick my spatula in, I'm also going to be pulling colors from those places, like so. And then I can zhuzh up new areas. And as much as I like that idea of what I just did, I'm not certain I'm not certain about it yet. So, I see that I have a lot of paint in there. And I'm going to try and do something that may or may not work, which is to allow some of it. Oh, but I really like this down here. Shoot. Alright, so I'm going to throw some orange into my cup. And I'm going to make an area that I am then going to allow to flow over some other things. Even though that was pretty cool, it wasn't like the coolest, so I'm okay with that. And I don't want to go so far that I lose my other cool things, such as the orange. But you know what? If I love that orange so much, I should just give myself permission to add some. I see a lizard. Don't you come over here. Don't do it. I saw him. He was on his way. Alright, well I used up a lot of my time. I've got 2 minutes to tell you whatever I'm going to tell you before I start my timer again, evidently. And I'm just playing. This is my play day. To have some real fun. I'm not sure how it's going to turn out or if anybody's even ever going to be allowed to see it, but you never know. I often surprise myself. Really, I'm telling the truth. And there are always spatulas to pull paint. But every time I agitate the paint, it pops new cells and things, so that's encouraging. Every once in a while I notice I destroyed something I liked. Ooh, that's not bad. I kind of like that. Let's do it some more. I don't know about that. That looks like I want to remove it. Alright, so I got 48 seconds left. And then I have to decide what I'm going to do here. And I haven't torched yet. So shop the Amazon link at no added cost to you if you want to help me out. And I do sell my artwork. In case you're interested, just contact me. There's PayPal and Patreon if you want to join the contest this month, where there's going to be four paintings to choose from, if it's before February 28th, that is. Make sure your email address is up to date. That's better. I like that way better. 12 seconds and counting. Where's my crib sheet? Okay, I told you about a lot of things. Give me a thumbs up if you wouldn't mind. And I give classes at the house. And I am just going to keep doing what I have been doing, which is to add what I want where I want it to go. And I'll say that this is Priscilla Batzell in Spring Hill, Florida, at Expressionist Art Studio Gallery in the backyard. Thank you to 48,000 subscribers. I'm not sure about that either. And thank you for all the continuing comments. I really appreciate them. I appreciate your thumbs up. I appreciate the contributions of all the people who've helped keep me painting. You wouldn't believe it. I really do appreciate that so much. You make this a very pleasant process. I love you guys. So I will see you in the next video if you come back for part 2. And I'm assuming there will be a part 2 because part 1 is looking kind of cool right about now. And I'll see you in a minute. Or not. Let me see what you can see, and maybe I should turn that around. Yeah, that's pretty wild. Alright, I'll see you guys soon. Let me zoom out so you can see everything first. One day I'll get this mirror image thing